So this is just a short introduction to isometric drawings with specific reference to the brief you've got for this steelwork. You should have got a good concept of what it would look like from your Revit exercise, but you also might want to wonder how you actually construct a isometric. So I'm going to start, as I did last time, on a square piece of paper, and I'm going to start by adding some lines. These are construction lines, not lines that would appear in the final drawing. I'm going to do them quite bold. I would do them a lot fainter if I was doing this as a pencil sketch. So this is the red one would be the vertical. I'm now going to, using square paper to do isometric, I go along 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then up 4, so I'm aiming for that point there. Then I'll do another line from the bottom of the red line through that cross as my reference line for 30 degrees. Whilst 30 degrees is academically the actual accurate, you can use something approaching that, so that's fine. So I think that's about 29 degrees. And let's go for the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So through this point and do the other axes. So that's basically how to start off by producing your effectively isometric guides within a square piece of paper. I'm using an iPad and a pencil, but you could be using a set square and a piece of paper, so you can just make the angle. So what I could do on this one is I can copy this and then paste it and then create these and do the same again, copy it and paste it, and I can create myself some lines that I could use as guides. So if I do this, I can move these, make sure I'm not making them non-parallel, so I shouldn't have done it like that. I do this directly, this one, copy, paste, move it. So I've got some lines there, move that one. So I've got some guidelines. So that just helps you, and you can do the same with the red lines as well. So you could copy those and you could start to form, squares. Let me just show you very basically how I imagine how you do an isometric. So I'm now going to start sketching the actual thing in blue. I'm going to start by doing a box. So if you said here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, then you went along the green with a scale rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. You'd then put a vertical member up here on that last, so I'll just move that one to the line, so I'd move it to that point. And what you're doing is trying to create a square, and you do the same on this side. So now I'll just do it more freehand. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 up here, and then I would do a diagonal parallel this way with the green line, and a diagonal parallel this way with the purple line. And then if I was fleshing out, I would then get a thicker pen, and just for an example I would say, so here is my cube that I'm forming in an isometric view. So that would be the starting point of how to produce an isometric. Once you've established those principles, then you can do this for any shape. So to do the base plate, it would just be a squashed version of this. And then if you're just putting on the eye section, so I'd put the eye section, imagine this was a very big base plate, I'd put the eye section here by setting it out properly with angles, and then I would establish which lines I was going to see. So I'm going to see this line, and I'm going to see this line, which will be the flange, and then the flange will go at this angle, which means that I can start to delete this bit, because I wouldn't see that bit, and I wouldn't see, to do partial delete, let's go for partial, I wouldn't see this bit of this flange either. So I would see this flange come up here, and then you can imagine you'd see it coming along here, back at that angle, and down here, and then you'd see the eye section. So you need to set that out much more accurately, and you'd see a line going down here which would be the edge of the web. So you need to set that up more accurately, but exactly the same principles, and then you would just add on your kind of beams in these directions using the same angles. So have a go, and I've given you a link to a UCL drawing gym which goes through this in more details, building things up from blocks. Okay, enjoy.